Small business owners would come in dragging their IV poles and taking this class, and I would take a survey and I'd say, okay, we're going to do free association. I'm going to say a word, and everybody's going to write down their unfiltered thoughts when they hear that word. It's okay. It's like Las Vegas. Whatever you say will be here. No one's going to share it. You can share it anonymously. Here goes. So I'd say, accounting. And let me give you some of the feedback that I got, true feedback, okay? This is in chapter 1. So one person said, makes me want to crawl into a fetal position and cry. That was one. Another one was, I'd rather spend the weekend with my mother-in-law. Okay? Another one was, I hate numbers, they hate me, it's mutual. But the common theme was either if we hate them or we don't hate them, we don't understand them. And a lot of times people would say, well, if I work hard enough, the numbers will take care of themselves, you know? And that's not true.
First of all, rest assured, you will never be able to sell anything to anybody that they really don't want. The fear sell, the hard sell, the vanity sell, they all have one thing in common, and that is that they are monologues, not dialogues. Never forget that 75% of new product ideas come from customer complaints. The best salespeople aren't the best talkers, they're the what? They're the best listeners.
My mission is to take everything that I have taught Fortune 500 companies to do, and that have helped them make hundreds of millions of dollars, and make it available to you. If you understand not just how these three statements, and I call them the three musketeers, right? The income statement, the cash flow statement, and the balance sheet, they're your global positioning satellite for running your business. If we don't learn how to read our financial statements, we are doing the equivalent of attempting to drive to a destination with our eyes shut, because your financial instruments are your navigational tools.
90% of what happens in a sales conversation, in a sales meeting, happens when? Before you walk in the door. Apple Computer worried about creating a computing environment. Dell Computer created what? A customer experience.
Well, of course, in this economy, cash is not king, it's emperor. So the whole idea behind aggregating demand and gaining economies of scale is, of course, to conserve cash.
You're not cool, you're not beautiful, you're not lovable, you're not attractive, your boyfriend will leave you, your husband will divorce you, fill in the blank. So underneath that vanity sale is really the fear approach. How do you like it when you call up customer service and they say, please punch in your 47-digit identification number, right?
She has a delivery that's very effective. Dawn can tell you things are really bad and you do everything wrong, and you'll be thankful for it. I know when I try that, people storm out of the room.
And she brings it all together in a way that involves a gentle humor. Again, that's an intelligent presentation without dumbing things down.
Somebody who really understands my needs and is really here for me. So that's why I like working with Dawn.
She has a mind that cuts right to sort of the core of the matter, what really is the issue. She gets the things off the table that you shouldn't be talking about and gets you to focus on the things that matter.
I've owned my own business twice. I've launched at least 80 different businesses and product lines in the course of my career. I know what goes on at an operational level. I know what goes on from the inside out. And I think that's valuable, especially when I'm talking to people that are in situations, because they don't have to paint the whole picture. I get it. I've lived it. And I've lived it in 5 different industries.
I took Dawn Fotopulos' seminar called I Hate Numbers. It was a small business accounting class that was the most unbelievable thing I've ever experienced. I expected it to be boring, and it ended up to be the most interesting and fun.
I need to make accounting funny. I need to make it funny. It can be really funny. It can be really dry. And I have to find an illustrator who can help us do this. And she said, oh my gosh, I've got the right guy for you. And his name is Ron Bucalo. Ron, where are you? Are you here? I know you were here. Yeah, give the guy a hand. So I would draft a chapter, and Ron and I would sit at one of the coffee shops, and I'd say, okay, here's the concept. How do we illustrate this for people who are creative types? You know, because the book isn't just, it's not a standard accounting book, and the truth of the matter is it's really a book on business strategy, and we're using financial statement analysis to get to that. But specifically the creative types, the fashion designers, interior designers, architects, photographers, you know, how do we engage them visually so that all of these ideas in the book land somewhere concrete? And the truth is, every small business owner needs to answer 3 key questions. It all really boils down to those 3, and they are you making money? Do you have enough cash to pay the bills? And are you building or destroying wealth? So one of the things that I'm excited about with the book is that the book takes really complicated topics and just breaks it down, you know, so that you can digest it and understand it. So we use the financial dashboard as a metaphor. We took something that we thought was familiar to most people, driving a car, and we used that as the bridge to something that was unfamiliar and intimidating, namely the net income statement, cash flow statement, and balance sheet. And the net income statement as your speedometer, how fast are you generating profitability? Cash flow statement is like your gas tank, right? How much gas do you have in your tank? How far can you go? If you're driving a Hummer, probably not too far on a gallon of gas. There was a woman in one of my classes who taught pole dancing for fitness. Yeah, true story. And at the end of the class, everybody had to do like a presentation of their business. It was mixed company. We told her to keep it G-rated. But meanwhile, the way that she measured success was how many babies were born 10 months after people took her class. We were able to show her a roadmap, give her a way forward. And what that really looks like is just getting down on our hands and knees, taking the shackles off of somebody's ankles, pointing their shoulders in the right direction and say, now, run the race you were born to run. And she has, and it's so thrilling to see it.